father accused of nearly decapitating daughter after sexual assault. The city of Toledo, Ohio is experiencing grief and outrage over an extremely serious murder case that has shocked the community. The victim, 13-year-old Kei'mani Latig, was found dead in a burned-out abandoned house. The details revealed about how the girl was treated before her death have stunned even seasoned investigators. Particularly heartbreaking is that the main suspect in the case is the victim's own father. Kei'mani Latig was reported missing on March 18th. 6 days later, on March 24th, her body was discovered inside a burned, abandoned house in Toledo, Ohio. According to reports from the medical examiner's office, Kei'mani was found with deep cuts to her neck, believed to be caused by a sharp object. Investigators quickly identified a suspect and issued an arrest warrant for Kei'mani's father one day before the body was found. Darnell Jones, also known as Darnell Ogletree, according to court records, is the person accused of committing this unforgivable crime. The investigation revealed that Darnell Jones has an extensive criminal history, with many serious charges. In 2011, he was arrested for arson, accused of burning a commercial building. In 2015, he was arrested for possessing a firearm after being convicted of the felony arson in 2011. According to witness testimony in that case, Jones fired a gun outside a house in Toledo. In 2017, he was arrested for serious assault when police said Jones smashed a generator into a man's face, causing the victim to be hospitalized and require 20 stitches. In 2022, he was again arrested for illegal possession of weapons due to his criminal record. Currently, the newest and most serious accusations against Jones are about the murder of his own daughter. Court records show he is charged with murder, assault, and kidnapping. Court documents also state that Jones took his daughter without the consent of her legal guardian, Kei'mani's grandmother. Documents further reveal that when police interrogated Jones, he provided inconsistent statements about where he had gone with his daughter. After discovering Kei'mani's body and identifying the suspect, police forces began searching for Darnell Jones. The pursuit ended in Columbus, Ohio, about 200 kilometers from the crime scene. Video from Columbus police body cameras captured the tense moment when officers approached Jones on the street. In the footage, Columbus police can be heard ordering Jones, "Come here, don't do that." When asked his name, Jones said, "Just kill me." Police continued to ask Jones to remove his hands from his pockets and show them clearly. At that moment, Jones made a sudden movement, causing the officer to fire multiple shots. After being shot, Jones fell to the ground, wounded, but still alive. Police quickly searched Jones and found a gun he allegedly pulled to threaten police. Officers called medical personnel to the scene to provide first aid to Jones before taking him to the hospital. At the time of reporting, Jones was still recovering at a hospital in Columbus and facing serious assault charges against a police officer, in addition to the murder charges he faces in Toledo for allegedly killing his daughter. Jones has been transferred from the hospital to jail in the Ohio capital and is being held without bail. He waived his right to attend the first court hearing, and authorities have 15 days to bring him to Toledo, where he will face charges related to his daughter's murder. The Columbus Police Union chief spoke to the media after Jones was arrested. He described the case as one of the most horrific he had ever known. According to WTL-TV, he said, "This is a 14-year-old girl who was killed, raped, had her hands cut off and her throat nearly cut through. This is a monster who came to our city." Although current public documents only charge Jones with murder, assault, and kidnapping, statements from police suggest there may be additional serious charges awaiting him, including rape and desecration of the victim's body. Investigators continue to gather evidence and analyze all aspects of the case. Amid the horrific details of the case, the Toledo community has gathered to remember Kei'mani and her life before her brutal murder. According to WTVG, Kei'mani was in 7th grade at an elementary school in North Toledo. She was on the honor roll and enjoyed playing basketball with friends. A school district spokesperson said Kei'mani was about to receive an award for kindness before her death. Kei'mani lived with her grandmother since she was young. Lucas County Children's Protective Services in Toledo had previous interactions with the family, with reports in 2023 and 2024 about excessive physical discipline. However, the agency concluded there was no reason to remove Kei'mani from the home, and she had told them she felt safe living with her grandmother. This case raises deep concerns about whether potential warning signs were missed. Lucas County Children's Protective Services in Toledo is planning to review how they handled all interactions with Kei'mani Lateeg and has requested a state evaluation. The head of the organization told WTVG they believe they worked thoroughly in the girl's case. It's unclear whether the agency had any interactions with Darnell Jones, although they noted meetings with Kei'mani's grandmother. The internal investigation and state evaluation may clarify whether this tragedy could have been prevented and what changes might be implemented to prevent similar incidents in the future. With serious charges in 2 different jurisdictions, Toledo and Columbus, Jones's case becomes legally complex. Prosecutors from both jurisdictions will need to coordinate to decide the order in which the charges will be tried. Typically, when a suspect faces charges in multiple jurisdictions, prosecutors discuss to decide which area will proceed with trial first. In this case, Toledo might argue that their case is more serious, involving the alleged murder of a child, while Columbus might argue that their case, involving violent resistance to arrest with a weapon, needs to be addressed immediately. The geographical distance between the 2 cities, about 200 kilometers, further complicates the proceedings, making transportation of Jones between jurisdictions costly and potentially risky for security. Judges from both courts may also weigh in on the scheduling of hearings and trials, which could affect the order in which the cases are tried. Although Jones is not currently charged with crimes that could lead to the death penalty, the brutal nature of the murder and the details being revealed could lead to an increase in the severity of the charges. If prosecutors in Toledo add charges such as rape or kidnapping, they might seek to prosecute Jones under capital punishment laws. In Ohio, the death penalty can be applied in murder cases when there are aggravating factors, such as murder committed during another serious crime, like rape or kidnapping. Based on the details revealed about the case, including allegations of sexual assault and the particularly cruel nature of the murder, Jones could face the possibility of a death sentence if convicted. The case of Kei'mani Lateeg is a painful reminder of domestic violence. As the case continues to be investigated and progresses through the justice system, questions remain about what could have been done to protect vulnerable children like Kei'mani. While Darnell Jones faces legal consequences for his alleged actions, the Toledo community and child protection experts nationwide are looking for lessons that can be learned from this tragedy. The investigation into how Lucas County Children's Protective Services handled Kei'mani's case may lead to important changes in how agencies identify and respond to warning signs of violence and child abuse. Ultimately, Kei'mani Lateeg's legacy will not just be the heartbreaking story of her death, but also the motivation for innovative efforts to protect children and prevent domestic violence in the future.